I hope you're ready for something different. Here tonight, the original Rebels Racing League Sunday Night Truck Series, presented by Golden, Suzuki, Honda, Kawasaki, Yamaha, KTM, takes on Martinsville. And not only does it take on Martinsville, it takes on Martinsville heat racing. Many races tonight, drivers spread across multiple different events will all converge at the end for the feature, where we will determine who is the fastest driver of the night, who gets all the points, who gets that trophy that may or may not be waiting for the winner. Here we are live on V-Speed. I'm Morgan Cook, your lead broadcaster and producer for the evening. We are going to have a number of guest analysts up in the booth tonight. I don't know who they are quite yet, so I can't have their name up on the screen. And we, of course, are live on V-Speed. Check them out at V-Speed Sim on X. This should be an enjoyable night for sure. Let's go back to Martinsville, and let's talk about the one they call the paperclip. Little half-mile racetrack, blends a few different racetracks together. It's got the same low-profile, low-banked corners as the Milwaukee Mile. It's got the pretty much exactly the same shape as South Boston with less banking. The corners are concrete, like Bristol. And they're concrete because when they had built this track originally, it was dirt back in 1947. Then they paved it because that was the way of the future. But they realized those big heavy stock cars of the 60s and 70s, well, they tore up the asphalt in these really tight radius corners. So they put concrete down to try and avoid that. The cars got lighter, the concrete stayed. And that's why we have concrete corners here at Martinsville. Create some wheel hop, a little bit of weirdness getting into the corner. Back end gets light and the rear tires chatter. It happens at this particular racetrack. But we were talking about heat racing. And let's get to how that is going to work here tonight. They are currently qualifying on the track, and we'll get to the results of that here in just a little bit once they actually finish their qualifying. We have one driver still out taking time. That's Elliot Carlson. But the top two qualifiers in this qualifying session will go straight to the A main, straight to the feature. And at that point in time, they will be the front row, and that's great for them. There will be a number of heat races tonight. I see 4. We'll see if that number changes. We have 18 drivers scheduled for this race tonight. The top 4 drivers from each heat will make it to the feature. The winner of Heat 1 will start 3rd. Winner of Heat 2 will start 4th. Winner of Heat 3 will start 5th. Winner of Heat 4 will start 6th, and so on and so forth. Those who don't make it in the top 4 of their heats will go to what we call consolations, or B mains, C mains, D mains, and that will determine if you make it into the feature, or rather, where you are seated in the feature. The top 2 from each consolation will advance, and they will line up behind all of the 4th place drivers in their respective heats. If it sounds confusing, it is, and it'll be clearer as the night goes on. The feature will be 150 laps with up to 24 cars, only 18 here, so everybody will make the show. Quick look at our pole winner, however, before we go trackside. Kieran Church, Daytona winner. He will start first in the feature, and we won't see him for probably half an hour. 45 minutes or so until we actually get to the feature. So until then, see you later, Kieran. And congratulations on being the Kinder Farm and Ranch Pole Award winner. Now, with all that being said, we're going to get down to our grid, and we are going to have a look at the drivers on the racetrack. Starting off with Cody Boehm. There is your first place driver, that Velocity Motorsports number 78. Alongside him, Brandon Wallace in the 99. Starting 3rd, Josh Oswald in the 110. Rhett Beaver beside him in the 808, that Kyle Larson-esque machine. Josh Smith will start in the 47. He is in 5th position. Corey Bigley will start 6th. Jeremiah Holt is 7th. Jason Lottridge will round out your heat race tonight, 20 laps. He will start in the 8th position. We are now rolling around the racetrack. So, what's important about this race specifically? All the drivers are going to make it to the feature. All the damage will be reset, so you don't need to worry about if you get in a little bit of a fender bender here at the track they call Martinsville. The important position is 4th. You need to be 4th or better to get those good spots. Otherwise, you're going to start way in the back behind everyone else who's qualified in for the heat races and for the feature. This pace car is going to do one more trip around before we wave that green flag. And we are going to bring up a special guest into the booth. Alex Veith, you got a copy?
Yeah, 10 Roger.
All right. Well, we have our first guest analyst, and possibly our only guest analyst of the night. That's Alex Veith in with the driver of the 51, in fact. What do you like about this heat race? Who you got?
Josh Oswald. He is an absolute short track magician, especially these Cody Bame also. Yeah, one of those two guys. Both of those guys are short track heroes. Corey Bigley, that's gonna be my dark horse pick for this one. But we're gonna kick the tires and light the fire. Send them green flag racing.
What he said. As we dive it down into turn 1. We got Bame out to the early lead.
Up.
Yeah, Oswald right behind him. And we got, Brandon Wallace missed the corner. And he's going to slide all the way back to the 6th position from 2nd. Fight for that transfer spot. There it is. Bigley's around. Holt's around. Oh, no. We got issues. And then they're all banging off each other. We are in trouble. There's 4 cars involved. There's only 8 in the race. So that is going to be a difficult time for some of these drivers.
Yeah. As warm as the track is tonight, I'm sure you brought it up. The track is what, medium? Would you say medium rare?
It's medium rare tonight, that's for sure. Weather is 134 degrees, right on the top side of medium rare.
Yeah, they're cooking the Martinsville hot dogs on their track surface today. We'll get that real authentic Martinsville taste. That was one thing I did notice in practice and qualifying. Is if you you give it too much sauce too early, you are finding the inside wall in rapid fashion.
We are going to go through a Salty South Leather wreckage rewind here. Obviously, we just see the 99 kind of missed the corner there, but this was at the end of the first lap. You can see the 128 and 23 fighting hard here, and I think the 23 just gets loose. Oh, no, it was the 128 that gets loose. Right hooks him. Nothing either of those drivers can do, and obviously got a whole bunch of cars wadded up. That is your Salty South Leather wreckage rewind number 1 of the night. Hopefully the last, but who's to say? Cody Bame leads. Josh Oswald is 2nd. Ticker's on your screen right there. Josh Smith is 3rd. Lottridge would be your final transfer at this moment. Bigley, first guy on the bubble. Brandon Wallace just left pit road. Brett Bieber is still on pit road, and Jeremiah Holt is 1 lap down. Going to be tough to make that back in 16 laps. And Martinsville, they go by pretty fast. What are your expectations for tonight, Alex, both as a driver and as a viewer?
Chaos and anarchy.
Okay, that was shorter than anticipated.
It's Martinsville is one of those tracks as a league. You see that, and you question yourself whether this is a good idea to show up, or if you should just catch the broadcast at home. Like it looks like a lot of people have done. This is a track that requires patience, and a lot of people do not practice patience well.
Yes, I can attest to that. Patience is a virtue, and not enough people have that virtue in all walks of life. But yeah, we've got Martinsville tonight, and this place will test your patience more than I think anywhere else in iRacing. There's always somebody who's upset with somebody else. That's just the nature of short track racing. And what do they say? Virginia's for lovers or Virginia's for racing? I'm not really sure.
My voice is kind of shot. Otherwise, I'd do the Denny Hamlin. Oh, I said short track racing comment, but we're getting ready to send them back green. Josh Oswald, Cody Bame, the front row. Both of those guys, fun fact for those at home and those that don't know, they both raced it with each other in the 4-cylinder class at Mahoning Valley Speedway in Pennsylvania.
That is some interesting knowledge right there. Oh, we got Lottridge sideways. Oh, big hit for Holt again. Oh man, that guy cannot catch a break. We stay green. Bame leads Oswald. Smith and Wallace are your transfer cars, and the caution is now out. We obviously saw where that one was. Biscuits is right. Hey, Bluey? Tough break for Lottridge, and worse break for Holt, who's probably going to be done from this race. But let's go back and see if we can find out what happened to cause the Salty South Leather wreckage rewind number 2. So we are in turn 3. Lottridge is loose on this medium rare racetrack, and boom, into Holt and pulls into the wall. And yeah, that's that magic smoke that's supposed to stay in the engine. We just saw that leave the 23, and he is not moving. I would say that's a game ender, day ender for the 23. Wreckage rewind number 2 by Salty South Leather. There it is.
The engine had a containment issue.
Yes, it did. Yeah. Seals, not sealing.
Rapid unscheduled disassembly.
Yes. Yes. I only had one in the chamber, and you obviously had multiple. So thank you for one-upping me again.
I'm a mechanic by trade. I have a lot of engineering terms.
I'm a data analyst, so I don't know what to tell you. I just numbered stuff, you know. Anyway, we got 7 cars left on the racetrack, 7 trucks on the racetrack. Oswald and Bame lead. That's row 1. Smith and Wallace in row 2. Bigley and Bieber, your transfer or your bubble spots. Lottridge, the other driver on the racetrack. 10 laps in, 2 cautions. Does not bode well for the rest of the night, but that's okay.
It makes me feel good sitting 4th in heat number 2. I may not have to do anything. I may just transfer right in.
It's the friends you make along the way. We're going green again here. Good jump by the 78. He is going
big
to
tire
clear.
spin from the 99 there. Packs the wall.
Brandon Wallace not having his best day here. He's stuck on the outside. He might slot in front of Lottridge.
Corey Bigley showing a nose on Josh Smith into 3. Pushes him up the track, and that is pretty much a death sentence. Once you lose that inside line here, you are going to slide back. Josh Smith able to fight back, though, with a good drive off the corner. Drives it in, gets a nice little tag on the back bumper, that 110 machine. Corey Bigley sniffing, can smell what he had for breakfast down the backstretch.
Diving into the corner. They're just about 3 wide. Bieber's big time loose. So he's going to go around. And there's 2 trucks stopped there. Wallace is not having a good night in that 99. He cannot seem to find the bottom of the racetrack, but Bieber goes around. That will be caution number 3. Re-rack up one more time, possibly the last time in this heat. But let's go back and ride on board with the 88. That is not the camera. That's better. Let's go back and have a look at what he saw. We are rolling through, we're on the backstretch into 3. Just turns it, and the back end went around with the front end. And staring right in the whites of Wallace's eyes. Not exactly what you want to be looking at on the racetrack, but each their own. That was your Salty South Leather Wreckage Rewind number 3. You almost need like a tally in the corner. You know?
For those watching at home, every time there's a caution, take a drink. And don't blame us for liver failure.
Yeah, we, for legal reasons, that's a joke. But to each their own is all I'll say here. Working lap 15 of 20 in this heat. This is something. I don't know if sponsors want their name attached to this one so far. I'm sure the feature will be terrific once these guys get off of the 135-degree track surface and it gets down to a more comfortable maybe 90 degrees. That'll be a lot better on these rear tires. But right now it's so hot. Nothing's gonna going to adhere to the racetrack and going to be out here struggling for grip all over the place. But let's see if we can get a 4-lap dash to the finish. 78 Bame on the inside, Oswald on the outside. Great launch by that 78, and everyone's sliding the tires. I think
little wheel spin there from Bigley.
All 7 twitched, I think, on that start. That was something else.
Looks like Corey Bigley is not okay with taking the final transfer. Looks like he's going to push the envelope and continue to attack the back of that 47 machine.
Decent battle here for that 3rd spot, and the transfer is close. Bigley is pulling away from Lottridge little by little, so that Bluey truck's going to have some work to do. He kind of missed the center of the corner there as Bame continues to lead. Oh, big run down the inside here for the 03. He's going to get there. He's bumping around him a little bit. Oh, he's going to move him out of the way.
Little left side rubbing, or was it? Yeah, left side rubbing, a little right side
romance. Oh, they're dooring each other now. Oh, man. Bigley is not going to be happy. Oh, and he's in the wall. Oh, man. Brandon Wallace is going to take the spot.
Brandon Wallace slide into that transfer.
Goodness gracious. We are racing here. Oh, yeah, Lottridge's car is destroyed after that wall contact. All Wallace has to do is not make a mistake, and he will transfer into the feature, naturally. 1 lap to go. Leader is Bame.
I was going to say,
go ahead.
Before all that happened, Josh Smith, I spent an unreasonable amount of time racing around Josh Smith. He just seems to be my battle buddy, and I mean this in the nicest way possible. That man is like trying to pass a kidney stone.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I've definitely raced drivers like that. The Ryan Newmans and the Ross Chastains out there, and congratulations to Cody Bame for that win right there. But we got to do another grid.
Alrighty, it's my turn.
So I will keep Alex. Are you racing here? I will send you out of here, and good luck out there, Alex.
On the grid. 10-4, thank you.
Bet. We're going to bring in Elliot Carlson. Got a copy.
Gotcha. You got me, Morgan?
I sure do. Oh, you are racing right now, aren't you? I'm going to put you back down there so you can go do some driving things.
Well, you aren't going to spot for me?
No, I'm not going to spot for you. I'm 30 seconds behind. That's unfortunate for you.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. See you later. Anyway, I'm going to take this one solo. But on your grid, pole sitter in this race is going to be who we were talking to, Elliot Carlson. He will start first, roll off on the pole position on the inside. Beside him, newcomer Eric Tracy. Have not seen him this season. He is in the 67-17. What I'm going to call that. Rick Rube in the 81 is going to start third here tonight in this heat. Alex Veith, we were just talking to him. He will start in fourth. Matt Knights in fifth in the 64. Cam Arnold in the 151, who is intermittent, to say the least. Stephen Davis in the 60 Miller Genuine Draft machine. Spencer Schatz in the 11 will start 8th in this feature. So let's see if Heat 2 is any cleaner than Heat 1. I think we had 4 cautions in the first heat. That one was 20 laps. This one will also be 20 laps. 8 drivers, which leads me to believe the last heat will be 4 drivers. I think I'm doing that math correctly. I guess we'll have to find out. We roll through turn 2. Ace truck should be making that hard left-hand turn this time. Sure does. And we are about to turn them loose at Martinsville. Carlson on the inside, Tracy on the outside, and a discombobulated Cam Arnold, and we're spinning tires into turn number 1. Tracy's going to get a big launch. Matt Knights had a tough start We got trucks bouncing all over the place here. This is really something, but the leaders pull away by a large margin. They're up by over a second already. Rube is back to third. Alex Veith holding that final transfer spot over a blinking Cam Arnold. I don't know what happened to Spencer Schatz, but caution is out on the speedway. See if we can find out what happened there. I'm thinking it had something to do with one of these trucks. Let's go back and see if we can find out. Maybe it's something to do with this 3-wide action here. Yep, that's exactly what it is. Oh, Knight got into Stephen Davis and gave him a little bit of a how do you do at the end of that, and as well, Spencer Schatz went around. So that is your Salty South Leather Wreckage Rewind number 1 of heat number 2. And we will see what happens in just a moment. Looks like we have another guest analyst lined up and ready to go. Cody Bame, you got a copy?
Yes, I do. How's it going?
I am doing well. You ready to do some guest analysis?
I'll give my best shot at it here.
Well, there's no better place than right here, no better time than right now. I'm Morgan Cook, your lead and producer, and beside me is Cody Bame, the winner of the last heat. Congratulations as well.
Thank you.
We are live on V-Speed, rolling lap number 4. So, obviously it was slick out there. I don't think there's any question about that. Track temp is something ridiculous, like 134 degrees. The same as a medium rare steak if you get it done correctly. What were you fighting as a driver out there?
Oh, man, just keeping the egg under your right foot and trying not to spin it out. Corner exit was the key. And on restarts, I mean, you just blow the tires off it if you really were not patient. So I think that'll be interesting for the race. And, you know, I have a feeling that may cause some problems. But, you know, we're here for the chaos.
Yes, that's why we all pick Martinsville, right? Is for the chaos and the hot dogs and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, this should be quite an event here tonight. That first heat obviously plagued with caution. I think there was 4, maybe 3 of them. I don't quite remember. We have 1 so far in this stage here, so we will see how we end up. Great early launch by the 67. It's going to leave everybody behind by quite a few car
lengths. Yeah, that was a heck of a restart.
Yeah, that might raise some eyebrows from the rest of the competitors, how early he went. Battle is on for the transfer spot, 51 and 151. Cam Arnold chasing down Alex Veith, and he's got the stealth boy on, so that might be tough to defend.
Yeah, Alex is definitely going to be a tough pass because he's really good at these shorter tracks. So definitely have to see how they race around each other.
And we'll look a little further back. We got Schatz and Davis and Knights all fighting together here. I think these drivers are just happy to be out here right now and be able to keep their... Oh, there goes Schatz. Oh, into the wall big time. No. That will likely bring out a yellow. Well, he lost all the magic. He lost all the magic smoke out of it, so that's unfortunate. But Arnold is to the inside of Veith. Try to keep it down there, and oh, they are loose off the corner. Arnold's going to go take that spot, move into the transfer. Oh, big slide by Stephen Davis back here. Yeah, you're right. You can tell just the egg under the pedal, as you said. It is unreal.
Yeah, it's just really tough, especially off turn 2 for some reason. Turn 4, I don't know what it is, but you have a little bit more grip. Oh, no.
Veith goes around. That is going to be the caution as he came to a complete stop. I think we all saw that one happening live. But let's go back anyway. Right on with his gyro cam and see if we can see what happened to Mr. Alex Veith. Pay close attention to the sound the rear tires make. I feel like a little wheel hop was involved here. And that car never quite settled into the corner. As soon as you touch the wheel, it just went around.
Yeah, this track is just so tough even on normal in normal conditions, but when it's blistering hot like this, it's borderline undrivable.
Salty South Leather, Wreckage, Rewind. So in that situation, when you go into the corner and you realize the rear tires didn't hook up and aren't going to hook up, what can you do to try and help yourself from spinning around like that? Is there anything you can do?
It's tough to, you almost want to chase it up the track a little bit. You'll give up a ton of time, but chase it up the track just enough that you don't spin out, but don't overcorrect it and, do what Kaz Gralla did yesterday in practice at Dover. And I mean, yeet yourself into the wall. It's a tough balancing act. I mean, when you get rear wheel hop like that, it's just so tough to save it.
Is there anything you can do with the brake pedal to try and mitigate a slide like that?
I mean, almost try to lock it down and just spin out. But other than that, you just can't charge the corner so hard. But it's tough. It's tough to not. This place is tough to not overdrive the corner.
And they are called race car drivers, not right. So they want to go as hard as they can. But Tracy gets a great launch again. Tracy, Carlson, and Rube are all going to single file out as Davis is going to make a move under Arnold for the transfer spot. We got a three-way battle for fourth position. And this is where they pay none of the money, but you get a chance at the theoretical money. You know what I'm trying to say. Pass for the lead here. Oh, just peeking to the inside, trying to get him off his mark. That's what Carlson is doing to the 67 to Tracy. More battles around here in fourth. This is the good stuff.
Yeah, hopefully we see this in the actual race here and get some good racing. Something to keep in mind for the restarts is we're supposed to go at the restart zone. I think these restarts might have been a little bit early.
Oh, he dumped him. He turned him.
Oh,
Beats just moved Arnold and said, nope, I ain't following that car anymore. And around he goes.
So I think part of the issue is a lot of people aren't really happy with Cam's internet, and so I think these things might be boiling over here.
Well, Martinsville is the place to do it. We'll see if there's anything crazy happens here. I don't think so. I think we got a good head on our shoulders on that 151 machine. Didn't see any intentional wrecking there, but let's go back and see on board on the nose, maybe, of the 51. All right. Let's see what we can find here. Here we come off of turn number 4. I think this is where it happens. And the 51, oh, maybe the next lap after this. See if we can catch it here, or we'll just go right back to the live shot. But it was into turn number 2, hopefully on this next lap. A little close right there. Coming out of 4. I think the 51 just said, that might have just been a case of a little bit of an early braking zone. I don't think he missed it by that much. It just looked more egregious than it did. But nonetheless, Salty South Leather Wreckage Rewind once again. We're probably 2 away from the green. Still got a copy, Cody?
Yeah, I'm still here.
All good, all good.
I was gonna say, I think part of that problem is, these trucks don't have brake lights. So
right.
If you're following too closely and somebody slows up just a little bit earlier than you expect, I mean, it causes chaos.
At the same time,
especially
even
here,
if they had brake lights, you wouldn't be able to react fast enough, just based on how close you are to that driver in front of you. But there's an Alex Veith-shaped dent in the back bumper of the 151, the same way there's a Cam Arnold-shaped dent in the front end of the 51. So symmetry.
Funny how that works, huh?
Symmetry, like all things, right?
Yeah,
Shouldn't impact the speed of either of these, because it's Martinsville, right? Air is not a huge deal here, but little race rundown. We are 3 laps to go. I think we're going green this time. Maybe a little green-white checker action. Or are we just going to pace this one to the finish? Looks like we will do green-white checker. There, pace
we got
lights.
1 green-white checkered.
Pace lights are out. A little through the field, since there's only 8 of them. Eric Tracy is your leader. Carlson is 2nd. Rick Rube running in 3rd. Davis is 4th in the last transfer spot. First car on the bubble is Knights. Arnold's in 6th. Veith in 7th. And Schatz is 1 lap down in 8th, driving that 11 machine.
Things might get dicey here.
I think we will have something to talk about in about 40 seconds, as we're going to have a late start. I think somebody told the 67 restart zone does exist as we all get on the pedal. Top 3 get out single file once again. Battle is on for 4th.
Oh,
Knights.
no.
Oh, Knights got turned.
Knights got hooked into the wall.
Off the nose of the 151. I think that's just a case of hot track, no rear tire grip, and around they go. But I think that's probably going to do it for this event, or are we going to have one more green white checker?
That's the heat race.
That's the heat race? All right.
Yep.
So we'll go back and look at that in just a second. Eric Tracy is going to win the heat race. Carlson will get 2nd. Rick Rube 3rd. Stephen Davis is going to be the final transfer. Beef, Arnold, Knights, and Schatz are going to make their way through the consies. What would that be? The D, C, and B main, if I'm not mistaken. Not important. We'll deal with that in a minute. Let's go back and have a look at what happened to the 151. Another wreckage rewind. We'll go from the restart since we really don't see if we can get there. Happened on the first lap after the restart. Everyone kind of got checked up here. By the time we finally get going, field spreads out a little bit, and it's gone. All right, well, never mind. We tried.
Yeah,
we
the
tried.
session advanced.
That's going to happen sometimes. Well, what are you going to do? That was part of your Multi-South Leather Wreckage Rewind. We're going to get back to our live shot here. There we go. Why this must be the consolation number 1. I'm seeing familiar vehicles here. And you won your heat, so you will not be in this race.
Sir.
You want to stay up here, or you want to go back down to the waiting room?
Yeah, I'll hang out here for a little bit.
Sounds good. Let's do it through the field. You want to take this one?
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
All right, just read what is on. Actually, you probably don't have the screen, do you? Let's.
I do not, but
let's get that for you. Give me 1 second here. There, you see what I'm streaming?
Yes, I do.
All right, go ahead.
P1, we got the 03 of Jason Lottridge. P2, the 51 of Alex Veith. Starting 3rd, we got the 808 of Pennsylvania's Brett Bieber. And in 4th, we got the 151 of Cam Arnold. We got in P5, we got Corey Bigley in the 128. He should be one to watch. And in the 11, we got Spencer Schatz. In 9th, we got Jeremiah Holt. Sorry, 7th. And in 8th, we got Matt Knights.
And that is your field to start this first consolation race. Probably the only consolation race, as I don't think we have enough cars to do any more, but this is simply for seeding. All these drivers will make the show. This is all just about where they're going to start. They would be lining up. Let's see if I can do some quick math here. There were 2 heats. That means 8 drivers get in. They were going to start from 11th on back, if I'm not mistaken. So this is for the 11th starting position. Let's see how these drivers react. Lottridge brings them down. Even start. Veith caught him sleeping a little bit, and they're side by side for the lead into turn number 1. Lottridge's going to pull out to that lead.
Lottridge had a ton of speed in our heat race that he ran, so I think if he doesn't screw up here, I think he's got a good shot at winning this heat race.
Oh, there goes V. Scuffed it up a little bit.
Kept it green.
We stay green for sure. Battle's on for the 2nd position. As Bigley is alongside Bieber. Arnold wants to fill that spot as well, but I don't know if he's going to get there in time. He does not. Bieber tries to cross over. Not going to make it stick. The 128 missed the braking zone a little bit, locked up that tire. He's going to get moved out of the way again. No brakes to be found for Corey Bigley here tonight.
Corey Bigley's one heck of a short track driver, so I know this is really eating him away here.
Oh, Arnold gets turned off the nose of the 23. See if anything comes of that, but he's going to right hook him, I think. No, maybe not.
He was trying.
Yeah, maybe not. I guess we'll have to see what happens here, maybe in a couple braking zones from now, but that's just a case of you can't hook what you can't see, and I don't think
No.
Holt quite saw where Arnold was. Obviously, the connection issues well documented for the 151. A little further back, Matt Knights is running in the 6th position. Spencer Schatz is doing his best out here in 7th. You can tell he's not terribly comfortable out here, but he's putting on a good effort. And Alex Veith obviously had that slide. He is currently in 8th, and at this rate, will start shotgun on the field. Battle is still on for the 4th position. Looks like Arnold got around him.
Yeah, I'm just glad to see that he got around him and he didn't, didn't destroy him, because I thought that's what he was going to do earlier, but cooler heads prevailed.
That is good. I said that earlier. Looks like that 151's got a good head on his shoulders, considering how he was moved earlier. Looks like Spencer Schatz may have had an issue. A little bit of right rear damage on that truck. Oh, something happened to Jeremiah Holt as well. He has lost a number of positions. And that truck has seen better days. He might be
Oh, yeah, it is.
bringing it in. Don't stop on the racetrack, though. That is not the way to do it. Alex Veith runs in the 6th position. We are halfway through this consolation race. Top 3 in view right there. Lottridge, Bieber, Bigley. About half a straightaway back to Cam Arnold. Matt Knights behind him. There is Veith up to 6th. Schatz, and Holt has pulled it in to the pit lane. He will go multiple laps down, and he will probably be the last starter in the race, the feature, I should say, tonight. All right, a little bit of...
I think he's had enough fun.
I think he has, too. A little bit of tactics for you. You are Brett Bieber in the situation. What do you do to get around Lottridge?
Man, you just got to set him up. You got to set him up. I don't know how aggressive Brett Bieber usually is, but I know he's usually a clean driver. But eventually, Lottridge... I've raced with Lottridge for a long time. If you just put the pressure on him, he usually cracks. So I think you just got to get close to him, and he's going to mess up. Well, that's just my opinion.
Well, with 5 laps to go, we get a driver's input. That is good information to have as the 808 chases down that 03. Looks like it was a little bit high.
Ooh,
Maybe trying a diamond. He is trying a diamond. That's exactly what it is. He gets an awesome run off of turn 2, and he's there. He is at the 03's bumper.
He might get him off 4 if Bigley doesn't get underneath him.
Bigley got there.
Oof.
And Schatz gets out of the way. Good work on the 11. We have a 3-way battle for the lead. Don't count out that 128.
No, definitely not. And something to keep in mind in the first heat race, Lottridge did punt Cordy out of the way, so I wouldn't be surprised to see this coming back. Oh my God.
Yeah, you can see that there's a little steam under the helmet of that 128. Let's look from the back of a very scared Jason Lottridge, I bet, right now. And there is the time back to 2nd place. Sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes down.
Yeah, on the back of Lottridge's truck it says "Oh Biscuits," and that's definitely what Lottridge is saying to himself right now when he sees a 128 filling up that mirror.
We got 1 lap to go here. This is going to settle it right now, right here, right now, into turn 1. Oh, Bigley gets the curb a little bit. And that is going to hurt the momentum. He's going to get 1 more shot at into 3.
Ooh.
Drives it in deep, but not quite deep enough. Your consolation winner is Jason Lottridge. Congratulations, Mr. 03. Bigley 2nd, Bieber in 3rd. Arnold's going to get 4th. How about Matt Knights in 5th? Spencer Schatz is going to come home 7th. Behind Alex Veith. Jeremiah Holt pulled it off 6 laps ago. All right, now it's time to let you go because I think you're going to go racing. Are you not?
Yeah, I'm going to give it a shot. We'll see how it goes.
All right, well, good luck, Mr. Cody Bame, and we'll talk to you later.
All right, thanks. This is fun. Thanks for letting me do this.
You bet. That was your guest analyst, Cody Bame. We have a little bit of a warm-up, it looks like, 2 minutes, because we have new track conditions. We're going to take a quick commercial break and come back live for the start of the feature. You've been watching the Original Rebels Racing League live on V-Speed, presented by Golden, Suzuki, Honda, Kawasaki, Yamaha, and KTM. Back right after this.
And here comes Milo, big run out of 4. He's going to be there.
Tristan Martin's there. Cannot count out to 37.
Oh!
The Milo gets burned!
Cabot, where did he come from? Here comes Slack.
A punch from the 33.
It's a drag race.
The Magic Man wins it Auto Club.
Back here live, we have just entered the session. The feature tonight, Original Rebels Racing League, Sunday Night Truck Series on from Martinsville. All the heat races and consolations are done. Your field is set. And we are going to get to it. Once everyone takes the grid here, it looks like. We're gonna once again talk about your Kinder Farm and Ranch Pole Award winner. How about Kieran Church? That's your Pole Award winner. Didn't do any heat races, any consolation races, because he qualified his way in. Congratulations to the driver of the 22. But now it is time for your grid. Starting first, the aforementioned Kieran Church. Alongside him, Dylan Bates in the 91. Starting third, Cody Bame, heat winner number 1. Beside him, Elliot Carlson, heat winner number 2, or something like that. I'm kind of confused of how this lineup is ordered, but that's okay. Brandon Wallace will start 5th. Eric Tracy will start 6th. 7th, Josh Oswald. 8th is Rick Rue. 9th, Brett Beaver. 10th is Alex Beef. 11th will be Josh Smith. Beside him in 12th is Matt Knights. 13th will be Corey Bigley. 14th is Cam Arnold. 15th, Jeremiah Holt, who took an early exit to that last race. 16th, Stephen Davis. 17th will be Jason Lottridge. 18th is Spencer Schatz. And that is your grid here tonight. Let's get down trackside and see what these drivers have in store for us as we are pacing around this Martinsville Speedway. Gonna have one more lap under caution before we turn them loose. Let's look at the track temperature really quick. 85 degrees. We just lost 50 degrees with a snap of a finger. Down to a fairly manageable track temperature. Should be a lot better on these restarts. Shouldn't have as many drivers slipping and sliding around. But then, where's the fun in that? If the truck's got grip, what fun is that? I guess we will find out here in mere moments. As drivers roll in to turn number 3. Kieran Church, field under his command. Into the restart zone. And we are green for the feature. 150 laps here. Not a great jump out of the corner for the 22. Dylan Bates can get him on the outside. And Bame is looking to make some noise from 3rd place. He's going to try to roll the top and get alongside that 22. I don't know if he's quite going to get there. Good shot down the front stretch. You see trucks scatter everywhere. The battle is back here. Lottridge and Bigley, they are not happy with each other. They haven't been all night. Blocking them all the way down the racetrack. And there goes the 128. Oh, he got turned again. Oh, man, that is something. I cannot imagine the thoughts not fit for TV that are going through that 128's head right now. Bigley cannot be happy about that. Let's ride on board with the 03. See if we can find out what happened there. Salty South Leather Wreckage rewind incoming. So this is where we're blocking down the back. 128 gets to the outside and just gets moved by Lottridge a little bit there. And around goes the 128. Let's ride on board from the 128's point of view. He might have a different story to tell. Maybe from the blimp cam will get us a good look at this. I mean, the 03's got him blocked all the way to the inside the lap before. I don't know kind of what the deal is fighting for that position. I mean, Lottridge defends all the way to the inside. They door bang into the corner. And then a big crossover, another big block below the white line. Bigley gets that good jump in, and all of a sudden the 03 comes back and just tags him. Good move by Bieber not to get involved in that any more than he was, but that's going to put Bigley back to 17th position. So we're going to come back live. He is down pit road. Dylan Bates, your leader. Bame is in second. So we do a quick through-year field after 5 laps. We'll go through the top 10 here. Bates is your leader. Bame is in second. Pleasure of chatting with him for the last couple of races. Kieran Church is third, down 2 from the pole. Josh Oswald's up 1 from 4th. Eric Tracy ran well in one of the heats there. He ends up in 5th. Josh Smith is 6th. Carlson is 7th. Brandon Wallace is 8th. Cam Arnold is 9th. And Brett Bieber avoided the accident. He will move up to the 10th position. Looks like the lights are out on the pace truck. Should be going back green in mere moments. Pace truck makes that left-hand turn down the pit lane. Field in the hand of the 91. '91 waits into the zone and goes right at the end of it. He's going to get a good launch here. He's going to clear himself into turn number 1. Not quite. Bame fights back. He really wants that lead. He's going to slide back into the 2nd position. Battle is for 3rd. Oswald and Church. Church is just about clear. He gets some right there. Farther back, Brandon Wallace really testing the limits of that concrete. He goes all the way to the outside. 009 gets around him. Oh, 99's in the wall. That's really going to hurt the drive off of that car. Decent little battle here. Josh Smith doing work tonight. Good to see this number 47 with a good drive. He's been caught up in a lot of incidents, not necessarily of his fault this season. I like the paint scheme on that truck as well. That could be a contender later in the show. Rick Rube has fallen back quite a bit. He is down 8 spots. A lot of damage in that left rear. He might have got a little bit of help falling this far back. But long way to go. Still 140 laps left in this 150 lap feature. Bigley's back up here making moves. He's doing his best, trying his hardest, and that is what it looks like from the 13th position. Just about the 12th position as he almost got to the inside of Alex. Vieth in the 51. Trying to chase him down, just not quite working. So we got to set him up. Talking about in one of those races. Wallace and Arnold having a pretty good battle here. Wallace has the spot. Arnold wants it. Oh, and Wallace in the wall again. Just because it's in his name doesn't mean he's got to go out there and hit every one of them. I don't see a chuckle. Maybe we'll get one on the driver cam. There he is. Driving the wheels off that 99 right now. For the 9th position. Oh, he's loose into the corner. Big save. Good job, Brandon Wallace. Driver cam invokes pressure. Let's turn that off. Let the 99 get settled in a little bit further. But up at the front, Dylan Bates has driven away by about 4/10 over Bame, who is driven away by 1.5 seconds over Kieran Church, who has lost touch with the leaders, but is on an island in 3rd place. Oswald back into 4th position. He's up 1. Josh Smith still rolling in the 5th spot. Eric Tracy is down to 6th from his 4th start. Oh, there goes Smith. Smith is around, and he's gone. I don't know what happened to the 47. He disappeared very quickly. And he's still spinning. And Knights is around. We have to go back and see what happened here. Let's see what went on there. I think Tracy will be our best look at this. Another South Leather Wreckage Rewind. There's the 47, who just gets a little loose into the corner and goes around. We got to see what happened to the 64. Oh, he just got hit by, I think, a mystery car. I don't think he saw the 47. I don't think the 47 saw him. A little bit of net code maybe for the 64, but let's go back and have a look. He is going to stay on the lead lap, though. That's a good break for the 64. Let's go back. Just kind of running all by himself here. The accident happens in the next corner. Just trying to bide some time here early in this race. They start to scatter here for the 47. There he is, and 47 just doesn't see him. Unfortunately, he's going to tag. Oh, he gets rubed too. I just don't think that Josh Smith saw those drivers around him, but that is an unfortunate rejoin. Caused a decent amount of carnage afterwards. That is your Salty South Leather Wreckage Rewind. Quick race recap to this point. That is caution number 2. No lead changes. Dylan Bates has led them all. Working lap 18 of 150. Too early yet to be giving out awards, but we always have those in mind. Got to thank the partners here that make this league happen. Golden, Suzuki, Honda, Kawasaki, Yamaha, KTM. Obviously got to thank those guys, title sponsors of the original Rebels Racing League Sunday Night Truck Series. Got to thank V-Speed partner, Butt Kicker. Obviously they are a welcome and great sponsor that we have of the channel. If you're interested in more V-Speed racing action, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. You can find us racing pretty much every day of the week. There's always something going on. Road courses, we got ovals, we got all the different kind of stock cars. Really some enjoyable racing here on V-Speed. I am Morgan Cook, your lead broadcaster and producer. Guest analyst, probably not going to have any more tonight. Check us out on X at VSpeedSim. Hit that little bell icon on the YouTube page. It'll get you all the information you could ever want, all the races you can handle, and new ones popping up all the time. Please do like and subscribe. Helps us out a lot. We are going to go green once again. Bates going to see if he can defend this lead that he has held for 20 laps. From high up in the air, great jump. That is going to be a truck length for sure as they roll into 1. Coming out of turn 2, there's the field. See them doing work. Right on the curb. Top 4, single file out. That's Bates, Bame, Church, and Tracy. Back to 5th here. We got a good battle side by side. Oswald on the outside, Carlson on the inside. Carlson's going to drive it deep down into the corner, not slide up into the 110. That's the important piece as they battle side by side off the corner. Looks like Bieber's going to try and make a move too to the inside. The battle of the triple numbers. There's, I think, only 3 of them in the race, and maybe 4 of them in the race. But 3 of them are right here. There you go. Oswald loses 2 spots. He is back. Oh, we got trucks in the wall. That's Cam Arnold a little bit farther back. Bigley is driving through this field. Clearly was not too upset with Lottridge as he drove right by him. Bigley is up to the 8th position. And he is wheeling this truck right now. He's been called somewhat of a short track savant. And he is sure showing it right here. Let's watch him set up a pass on Lottridge. Listen to the throttle trace. Ooh, big moment for Lottridge right there. That's going to allow the 128 to get to the inside. Try and force the move. Not quite going to happen. Big block by the 110. Bigley's not showing that he appreciated that by any stretch. It's going to hit him. It's going to get the wall as well on the exit. Off the rear of the roof of the 110. Look back at that 128, who is trying hard to get around him here. We're almost 30 laps in. We're getting to the point where you just want to be around the top 10, top 5, so that you can keep pace with the leaders. They start to get, oh, there goes the 78 around. Let's go find out what happened to him. Cody Bame, I believe, was running second. He went around. Let's go back and have a look what happened to the 78. South to South Leather, Wreckage Rewind, 78, pacing down the 91. All by his lonesome here in second. A little loose off the corner. I don't think anything to worry about at this point. I think it happened right here. Just too much throttle on the exit. That's all it is. He talked about the egg under the pedal when he was up in the booth here with us, and egg crushed. Shell broken. Whatever you want to call it. Round goes Bame. That'll put him back into the 15th spot. Salty South Leather, Wreckage Rewind. They get a lot of airtime. I think that was a good investment on their part. Third caution of the night. Bates has still led them all. Working his 29th lap led. Everybody looks like they're still in this race. Josh Smith, last car on the lead lap. Might just have gone a lap down. Yeah, he is going to stay on the lead lap if he can get around here. Yes, he will stay on the lead lap. So all 17 trucks still running. All 17 trucks still on that lead lap. Very important at a racetrack like Martinsville. Although it is reasonably easy to get your laps back. You just have to be in position and not get caught up in the accident. That is probably the hardest part of this. Not getting caught up in other people's issues and not causing issues yourself. So we are going to get the 1 to go signal this time, I would presume. Yes, lights are out. Working lap 30. You might be asking yourself, well, what about fuel? These guys haven't fueled up yet. Will they have to? And the answer is maybe. But with this many cautions, probably not. I would think anyone who just pitted, Stephen Davis, Spencer Schatz, Cody Bame, Josh Smith just hit pit road. They should be good to make it to the end from here, I would think. They can get about 125 laps on fuel. We're going to find out if anyone else comes in later in this race. Bates has the inside line all to himself. Kieran Church can try and squeeze him down there a little bit. Bates gets that good jump. Battle is on for second. Eric Tracy to the inside of Kieran Church. He is going to easily clear off the corner. Great run for the 67. 22 comes back on the top side, though. Really wants that spot. Looks like he might be side by side. Still side by side, actually. Good run off the top for Kieran. Still sliding around, slipping, sliding. Easy racetrack. Have something weird happen. Get a little bit loose off the corner in a way you didn't expect. And 22 gets moved out of the groove a little bit, but he's still going to fight back on the outside. Carlson is to his door. Brett Bieber is just trying to join the party. Bigley right behind him as well. Oh, big loose for Kiernan off the top side. That may lose him a spot. He's still hanging tough there on the outside. This is a really solid battle. So frustrating about Martinsville. The truck on the outside can't get down to the bottom. Truck on the inside can't use the exit. Right there, you want to stab the pedal and move up, but you can't because there's a truck there, but Carlson's going to clear anyway. This is probably the best battle on the racetrack at this point. Bieber's trying to get by. And off the back bumper of Kiernan. See the whites of Brett Bieber's eyes. He's trying to fight back. Bigley's going to try and make a move here. Successfully gets to the inside of Bieber. Drag race off the corner. That 128 is so good under braking. I don't know how he does it. He's just able to set the nose. Oh, he's big time loose off the corner, though. That's going to lose him a lot of time. Oswald comes into the picture here now. We just about had a good battle there for the 5th position, but no dice. Top 6, 7, 8 all single filed out. First battle is Lottridge and Davis. Add Bame to that list. Bame's got the freshest tires on the racetrack. Davis does as well, I should say. So those two drivers making their way through traffic right now. That is the 78 and the 60. Who are in 10th. How about 9th and 10th? There is Stephen Davis. And there is Cody Bame. 40 laps in to 150. I think these drivers can make it to the end. I don't know about the top 8, however. Oh, there goes Bigley again. You want to talk about a driver who is deserving of the Hard Luck Award? I would say it's Corey Bigley. Rice Farms Hard Luck Award. This guy has just been on the wrong end of every move tonight. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I mean, I know he's great here. I know he's an incredible short track racer. The dude just can't catch a break to save his life tonight. And to fall all the way back to the last car on the racetrack, it's 17th, and see if he can make it back up. But that is Hard Luck Award winner Corey Bigley. Let's go back and see what happened to him. Rolls it into turn 3. I think this is the lap before as well. Bit of a checkup. Yeah, not right there. That was the problem. Bigley's trying to make the move on Bieber. Shows the inside, doesn't take it though. Smart move on that front. That Toyota Tundra is going to dive to the inside again on that Chevy. Has to lock up the rear tires a little bit to avoid the incident, and too much throttle trying to catch up to the 808 and just into the inside wall it goes. Nothing he can really do there once it started to go around, and that unfortunately going to put him back to the back of this field. Multi-South Leather Wreckage Rewind. There's that mangled truck. Should be able to get that fixed. I think he has a fast repair tonight. Should be okay on that regard. But nonetheless, he's back to 17th. A few more drivers hit pit road. Brett Bieber in the 808. Spencer Schatz again in the 11. Brandon Wallace in the 99. Matt Knights in the 64, as well as Corey Bigley in the 128. They all hit pit road. I'd have to think by pitting at this stage of the race, you for sure can make it to the end. Tires are questionable, but fuel should be good to go. I think Bates, Tracy, and Church and the rest of that top 8 or so should be able to make it on fuel at this point, considering how many caution laps we've had, but I can't confirm that for sure. I don't have the fuel number in front of me. Are we wrecking under caution? Did I just see a little extracurricular? I don't think I did. I think I'm dreaming things, but that happens. Pace lights are out. I'm not dreaming that. 8's led every lap so far. Rolls through 1 and 2. Got a new driver to the outside, though. That's Eric Tracy. Goes early in the zone and launches. And goodbye, 91. Tracy dives it in there, trying to make that move stick. Didn't quite work. He retained second, however. Top 5 single file out. First battle is Lottridge. Beside Cam Arnold, and Arnold disappears again. Lottridge's gonna chop the nose, maybe get moved a little bit there. I don't know if that was netcode or what happened to the 03. 78's might go 3 wide. Oh, he turned him. I don't know if that was I don't know what happened there. Oh, Bieber's in it. That was interesting. I have to think that was not intentional. But that truck, as soon as he hit the brakes, just took a hard right-hand turn. You can see the damage there. So we can find out what happened. Another South Leather wreckage rewind. So, 78 of BAME gets alongside the 03. Quite a big distance right there. Yeah, that's a weird one. I don't really know what happened there. I'll have to look at it one more time, maybe from the gyro cam, see the race on the steering wheel. This is the lap before, so we can see all the setup, but see Arnold and Lottridge are fighting pretty hard. Bame's doing his thing behind him. Lottridge kind of misses the corner a little bit, and here we are alongside. Look at the wheel, it's straight. It does go a little bit to the right. I think that was netcode, but I'm still not quite convinced. Let's maybe look at what's going on for Lottridge. Maybe he's got something that can tell us what happened here. Go back about 20 seconds. This is off of turn number 2. Look at the wheel. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I'm thinking netcode, or maybe just that the 78 got loose under braking, pulled to the left a little bit, right a little bit, but another wreckage rewind. Lauer tries to catch back up to the field. This may be the one to go. It is. We are 1/3 of the way through this race. And I still think that Bates led every lap. I think Tracy actually stole one from him there. Yeah, Tracy did steal one right at the line. It will not go wire to wire for Dylan Bates. At least not in the record book. But they don't ask how, they ask how many. We roll through 3 and 4. Or what is the 6th start of this race. There we go. Big wheel spin for the 67. It's going to allow Kieran Church to get to the inside, potentially. So we have mega battles back here. Looks like Church making a move on Eric Tracy. That 22 looks surprisingly fast. Oh, around goes the 47. It's on the back of the frame. 47 got upended, and we got a bunch of trucks. Bame's in it again. Bieber's in it again. Arnold, Knights. To find out what happened here to cause your 6th caution of the event. We are. Looks like Arnold gets a deep dive into the corner and just gets up on him a little bit and then gets hit by the 09. 8 gets in. Oh, yeah, we got trucks all over the place here. Maybe a blimp cam would do it better justice of what happened to cause this accident. The Salty South Leather wreckage rewind again. Oh, looks like Smith into the back of the 60 a little bit there on that initial start. But Arnold just trying to make a move here and didn't quite get the position, and 47 goes around, a couple others involved. You can see tracks blocked. Lottridge gets into the back of the 78, spins him all the way around, and yeah, that's a five truck pileup at Martinsville. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We will be back with more Original Rebels Racing League live from Martinsville right after this. Back live here at Martinsville. Let's see, on the scoring pylon, everyone's still here, everyone's still running, everyone's still on the lead lap. Maybe the exception of Cam Arnold. He may not be able to make it out here in front of the field. It'll be close. It's an intriguing battle. There is the 151. It's going to be very close for him. You can see the pace track right there. You got to beat him to pit out. That's 47. Looks like he is not going to make it. Unfortunately for him, he'll be the first casualty of being lapped. How did Stephen Davis get up here? Oh, they pitted. That's how. Other than Dylan Bates. Dylan Bates is the only truck. Dylan Bates, Alex Veith, only trucks to not pit so far. So their fuel mileage is questionable. Everyone else should be able to make it to the end. Field in tow. There goes the 91 again. This time, Stephen Davis going to slot in behind him. So is the 99. They battle for the second position. There's that mangled truck of Carlson trying to make a move back here. Get alongside that 99. Fourth place up 2 spots. He might have it into the corner here. Not going to make the move though. Spencer Schatz doing a good job back here. I don't think people realize how difficult this is, and a lot of these drivers are pretty new to this, and there he goes, unfortunately, around. iRacing is not easy. Martinsville is not easy. Driving these trucks are not easy, and he is reasonably new to the service. Spencer Schatz, appreciate him coming out here. That is the 11. We saw it live, just loose off of turn number 2. No need for the wreckage rewind, but he better get going right away here so he doesn't go a lap down. He is, unfortunately, going to go 1 lap down to the leader. I think that gives Josh Smith the lucky dog. But we will see about that. Working lap number 61. It's been a caution-filled event so far. I think we can all agree on that. This is number 7. 2 lead changes, and that's just passing at the start-finish line. Might see the 91 come in for pit road this time, though. Or he may be committed to running it all the way out. I guess we're going to have to see about that. Hard to say. Everyone might be coming this time. 91 says no. You will not come into pit road. Does anyone come into pit road? Looks like no. There's a look high above virtual Martinsville. One of the few tracks you can see in the frame, and you can see the cars moving at the same time. This little half-mile racetrack, 0.526 miles around. Don't know how they come up with that number, but they sure did. That's also measured 15 feet out from the outside wall, so nowhere near the racing line. It's where you measure that distance from. The concrete corners here, they obviously absorb rubber. You can see it on your screen right now, just how much detail and how much rubber buildup there is. You can see it probably even better from the nose of your leader, Dylan Bates. Look at all that rubber on the racetrack. And it's patchy. Sometimes it's slick. Sometimes it's got grip. It doesn't drive the same every lap. It really makes your life a lot more difficult than you probably think it should be. It's not an easy place to get around by any stretch, this Martinsville Speedway. It's 2 drag strips, basically a quarter-mile in length, separated by 2 of the tightest radius corners in all of racing. There's only a couple on the NASCAR schedule that come to mind that are tighter. I think of turn 1 and 12 at Coda. I think of turn 7 at Sonoma. Those are both road courses. This racetrack is different, but they are. What's not different here is your leader, the 91 of Dylan Bates, is going to lead them to green again. Wallace got a good run to the inside of Davis that time by. Veith's in the wall in the back. They're all driving down into the corner really hard. Carlson trying to make a move. Bigley back is up to the front. I know I gave him a hard luck award, but man, if he didn't have incidents, this guy'd be leading by 3 miles. I have no doubt about it. Maybe some doubts about 3 miles, but that's neither here nor there. Half a second, your gap from first to second. Good battle for third. You're seeing it live on your screen. Good battle throughout the field. Eric Tracy, after pitting, has found himself in the 8th spot. Veith found the outside wall again. Kieran Church moves back a little bit. But Lottridge is fighting hard. They're just almost 3 wide off the corner. Davis has fallen back quite a few spots in this restart. He was outside of the pole sitter. He is now back to the 7th position. As Boehm fights by Lottridge. Carlson fights by the 99 of Wallace. Check it out from high above this racetrack. Just how much respect they're giving each other and how hard it is for that inside truck to accelerate off the corner. There's just, you can't move up out into the 99. You'll door him into the wall, and that's just not good racing etiquette, even for a short track. If this is lap 149, oh, caution's out. Looks like it's the 60. Yes, he is around. Let's go back and find out what happened to him. Salty South Leather, wreckage, rewind. I'm going to say that a lot tonight, I have a feeling. But there is Stephen Davis. Into 3, behind Lottridge, in front of Taylor, and just gets on the throttle a little too hard. Same thing we saw with another driver, a couple other drivers, and pretty harmless spin that time. No contact, nothing at all to go with that spin. Just a little 2x for his trouble. Maybe we'll see the 91 pit this time. Hard to say. I would expect we're about halfway. I mean, you pit now. I mean, we got a few drivers in. Alex Veith, Josh Smith, Stephen Davis all on pit road. They can make it to the end for sure from here, and you'll have fresh tires. Don't know how many sets they had tonight. Not sure. I would assume 3. A lot of drivers have probably used all of those by now. I think 91's coming in this time. Nope, wrong again. He is the only driver to not pit. Most other drivers have made 1 stop. There's a couple with 2. And Boehm and Bieber have both pit 3 times, as well as Josh Smith has pit 3 times. But another time for a quick commercial break. You are watching the Original Rebels Racing League Sunday Night Truck Series live on V-Speed. Presented by Golden, Suzuki, Honda, Kawasaki, Yamaha, and KTM. Back right after this.
And here comes Milo. Big run out of 4. He's going to be there.
Tristan Martin's there. Cannot count out to 37.
Oh!
The battle gets burned!
Cabot, where did he come from? Here comes
Swack.
Swack.
A punch from the 33.
It's a drag race.
The Magic Man wins it at Auto Club.
Barney's got the green flag in his hand, and we're about to go green here again. Lap 75. Original Rebels Racing League. Sunday Night Truck Series. And this has been the Dylan Bates Show. He has led 73 of your 75 laps. Really should have led all 75. Those other 2 came as drivers beat him to the line under caution. No passes for the lead under green tonight. Elliot Carlson, though, looking to give him a run for his money in the 009. He has been fast all night. Don't mind that big dent on the hood. He's just been faster than the driver in front of him. So is Corey Bigley, who has been from the back to the front, I think, in every race he's had tonight. All 3 of them. Found his way to the front at this point. Brandon Wallace is 4th, now 5th. Lottridge just went around. That's the 03. Yep, there he is. Caution out again. I think he got some help, and he has made no shortage of enemies tonight, as you can see all of the damage to the bluey Chevy. High above this speedway, early braking zone there for the 03, and the 151, I think he got caught off guard, kind of missed the corner into the left rear just a touch, and around goes Lottridge. I don't think anything malicious, just wrong place, wrong time for the 03. Salty South Leather Wreckage Rewind once again. There it is. Dylan Bates still out on the racetrack. I think he can make it to the end on fuel, considering all the caution laps we've had. It's about 2 to 1. The ratio of caution to green, so he's doing quite well. I think they were only about 20 short, and we do 3 laps per caution. At 9 cautions, that puts him over the number he needs. I think he can make it. The tires are what I'm concerned about, but at the same time, we've only done probably 20 to 30 green flag laps, maybe a little bit more than that. But this 91 has been on the point all night, but it's time to go through your field. Sounds like a good idea. Dylan Bates is your leader, as aforementioned, led the majority of the laps. Only 2 not in his name. Elliot Carlson is 2nd from 6th. Corey Bigley from 12th. Not a great heat or consi. He is 3rd. Brandon Wallace started 9th. He is 4th. Eric Tracy from 4th, back 1 to 5th in that Go Bowling Toyota. Brett Bieber up 7 spots into 6th. Kieran Church back from the pole to 7th. Josh Oswald started 5th, is now in 8th. Matt Knights started 15th up to 9th. Sorry, Oswald is 8th. How about Matt Knights is in 9th. Alex V started 16th up to 10th. Rick Rube 8th down to 11th. Stephen Davis in the 60. He is down to, how about, to 12th. Josh Smith down 6 to 13th. Arnold is exactly where he started in 14th. Bame 3rd to 15th for him. Lottridge last car running. Started 11th. He is 16th. And I think we're going green. Yes, we are going green. Another great jump. That 91 has it figured out. Did a little bit different spot every time. Makes the drivers around him have to guess. We got battles all over this racetrack. Once again, Eric Tracy to the inside of the 99. Gonna fight him hard here, try and get that spot. we look on board Kieran Church, he's going to see just how tough it is to pass here. Just how tough it is to not hit that inside curb, as that thing will absolutely send you for a ride. Kieran currently in the 6th position, gained 1 spot on that restart. Watching a very good battle in front of him as the lead is heating up. This is the first time 91's had a challenger all day. Carlson within 2 car lengths. Big slide for the 67, back of the frame. But off the gearbox, I think Bates has him right where he wants him. Just hovering around that 3/10 mark, the lead is, and they grow a little bit right there. Roll into the corner. Patience, what they're working on right now. Cam Arnold is taking it back behind the wall. So that may be the end of the race for the 151. A little farther back, Oswald runs on his own. Top 7 single file, top 6 separated. Veith doing a good job working through this field. He's up 8 spots. He is currently in the 8th position. Cody Bame was up in the booth. Both those drivers were up in the booth with me. In fact, they are fighting through this event. Stephen Davis, single file as well. Grinding. Brandon Wallace got the short end of that restart. He is back a bunch of spots to the 11th position. Josh Smith still on the rebound from that spin. He is in 12th. Matt Knights working through it. Not a battle in this pack right now. Everyone single filed out. Dylan Bates is driven away. I think the closest cars on the racetrack right now are Bigley and Carlson. Oh, how about Kieran Church and Eric Taylor? I wouldn't call them battles per se, but that is hunter stalking prey if I've ever seen it. The nose of Kieran Church again. He gets that curb a little bit in the middle of the corner. That is not going to help him. But I think it's time for a little noise bringing. What do you guys think? Turn up your stereo systems and have a listen to this. Some of the sights and sounds of this Martinsville Speedway. The sight everyone is chasing is the 91's back bumper, as he sees nothing but clean racetrack in front of him. Not a care in the world for Dylan Bates, who's led 93 out of the 95 laps tonight, doing a just terrific job managing the tires. He's the only driver to not hit pit road. Oldest tires, lightest fuel tank. He is making it work right now. The battle's on for second, however. Elliott Carlson, Corey Bigley going at it. Right behind them, Eric Tracy, Kieran Church. Second through 5th. Bigley's in the wall just a little bit, just a kith. Just a little kith to show him that he cares. Making sure it works, it's there, testing it, all that fun stuff. Oswald just a little bit behind Bame as they try and chase down what would be that top 5. currently sits in the 8th position. Does Mr. Oswald. No shifting at this racetrack, which is probably good for these drivers. The wheel hop would be incredible. This is the definition of a rhythm racetrack. Every lap, every corner sounds the same. This place is about as symmetrical as you can get. These drivers are just doing their absolute best here. Keep pointing in the right direction. You can see those rotors glowing. Let's see if we can get it inside the tire shot into the corner. See that brake rotor glow. That is on Josh Oswald's machine. That's just how hot that front tire gets. That's, hear it again right there. Look at how red that thing gets. That is some V-Speed red if I've ever seen it. Pretty wild how hot brakes can get without failing. This place tests them about as much as anywhere on the circuit. This 47 a little bit loose into the corner. A little too much rear brake, I think, in that truck, trying to help it turn. A little too much front turn there. As the track temp has gone up just a touch, I think we're down, maybe down a little bit. I think we're at 95 to start. We're now at 88. As we look at your 13th place driver, Josh Smith, who's got some scuffs on that truck. We might have to break the old Beast 3D printing no scrapes sort of rule we have here, or their best appearing paint award. But I mean, that 91 is a sharp looking machine. So is the 09, but I actually like the 67 the best, I think. Go bowling on the side. Not a scratch on it. That looks like a winner of the Beast 3D Printing Best Appearing Paint Award. Congratulations, Eric Tracy. Coveted award. The most coveted weekly. That's why we keep seeing nicer and nicer schemes every single week on track. The original Rebels Racing League Sunday Night Truck Series. Congratulations, Eric. That is your Beast 3D Printing Best Appearing Paint Award. As he currently runs in the 4th position. Right ahead of Kieran Church, right behind Corey Bigley. Chasing him down. Look high above this racetrack. We will see. This is a conveyor belt. Get a good look at every single battle on the racetrack. Your leader just exiting turn 4, the bottom of the screen. Start finish line, entering turn 1 now. Look at the closest cars on the racetrack. I believe Alex Veith and Stephen Davis. Good battle here. They've been working on each other for quite a few laps. Davis going to try and cross him over. Send it down to the inside. Veith gives him the spot. Maybe a little move on the exit. No dice, says the 51. Oh, 60's in the wall pretty hard. That might impact the steering. No, not even a scrape in that paint. I think that is good news. Oh, we have Dylan Bates down pit road by chance. I think we do. He ran that tank a little too long. Nobody else has to pit. I don't believe anyway. This could signal a change of the guard so far. Look, Carlson leads the first green flag pass all night. It's going to happen when the 91 hits pit road. Elliot Carlson is your new leader. And that is going to put Dylan Bates back to 15th. One down, little splash of gas. He's going to have to fight like heck to get this thing back. I don't know if anyone else has to come down pit road or not, but he is certainly first car 1 lap down. He's got a lot of work to do if he's going to go out there and get this win tonight with under 40 laps to go. Your top 5 is closed in together. Carlson, Bigley, Tracy, Kieran Church, and Brett Bieber. Even add Cody Bain to that list. There's Cody. They're fighting around the lap truck, damaged truck of Rick Rube, who's had better nights than this, unfortunately. We mentioned Cody, or how about Corey Bigley? You get doing this so long, you just forget how names work. That is happening tonight. Corey Bigley is up 10 spots. Nobody is up more. That means he is the No Next Faster Pair hard charger of the race. At least at lap 113 he is. Did he not also get the Hard Luck Award? Well, he has turned his luck around and finds himself sliding out of turn 2, but he is second nonetheless. Congratulations on the Hard Charger Award. Good tenacity in the driver's seat of the 128. For your No Neck Faster Pair Hard Charger Award. He's working on him. That's for sure. 35 to go. Under the lights at Martinsville. Bigley against Carlson. They're in the same voice chat. They're both driving hard. Out in front of this field by just a little bit. Back to Eric Church, about a couple tenths. Oh, caution's out on the speedway. Dylan Bates by chance? It is Dylan Bates, spun around in the middle of turn 3 and 4. Let's see what happened to the truck that has dominated this race tonight. I think he's just trying really hard right now to get up to that top 6 and get his lap back. Yeah, just a lot of rear brake. And slides it around. Good save, though. Nobody hits him. Rick Rube saw him, moved out of the way, averted course, but that is going to probably sink the 191 here tonight. Unfortunate break for Dylan Bates. As he will not get the free pass since he was not the first car one lap down, and he was the caution. Rick Rube should get that honor. That is Salty South Leather Wreckage Rewind. Most of the field comes down pit road. That might be good news. But not everyone comes down pit road, and that is going to be a problem for Dylan Bates. As he has 2 trucks in front of him. You can see the 91 on your screen. Right there. Those 2 trucks keep him from getting the wave around and keep him from getting back in this race. I think everybody knows if this 91's in the lead lap, he has a good a shot as anybody at winning this thing, considering he has led 106 of 119 laps to this point. But Eric Tracy is leading them right now. He's working on leading his 3rd. As the field is going to regroup, get back together for 30 laps to go, probably going 1 to green this time. This racing, once again, brought to you by Golden, Suzuki, Honda, Kawasaki, Yamaha, KTM. Main sponsor of the Original Rebels Racing League. Also brought to you by V-Speed. Myself, our assorted analysts and drivers tonight, as well as V-Speed themselves, live on V-Speed at V-Speed Sim. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Helps us out greatly, but we are going to take another very quick commercial break. This is the Original Rebels Racing League, live on V-Speed. Back right after this. Once again, high over this half-mile paperclip. We roll down the backstretch into turn number 3 for what will be the 11th restart of this race. Let's get down trackside and have a look. Barnes with the flag in his hand. And we are green again. Everyone dives down into the corner. Seems to make it through quite all right this time. Too wide for second place and everywhere on back. Drivers fanning out off of this corner. Turn 4. Oh, we got cars around. Veith's in it. 47's in it. I saw Oswald around. Oh, goodness gracious. They're still wrecking. Looks like the 91 might have just got his big break. We'll see if he was involved in this at all. Let's have a look at another Salty South Leather Wreckage Rewind, the 11th one of the feature. We got trucks everywhere. It looks like the 110 just accidentally clipped the 51. Let's go back and see it again here. Yeah, 110 just had an awful 3 and 4, it looked like, because he restarted up in like the 6th position. Maybe get shuffled out here by the 808 or something like that. Looks like he's still going pretty strong at this point in time. Maybe just missed the corner. Yeah, a little bit of a slide there. Loses some spots. Loose. Clips the 51 and the 47. 99's in at 03. Rube gets into the side of him. And there goes the 91, who's probably about to get his lap back. Salty South Leather Wreckage Rewind, and it looks like I was right. The 91, everyone's worst nightmare, is about to get his lap back. 25 laps to go from 15th to 1st and cap off what has been a dominating performance. I think I might right on board with him for this restart and just see what he's got, because this is the story. This is the show right here. Can the 91 overcome adversity and go out and win this race? Going to come down pit road, probably get 4 fresh tires. Really get that advantage. Your leader, Eric Tracy, has not been on pit road in 71 laps. Cody Bame, how about 45 for him? 3rd through 13th, just pitted 8 laps ago. That's Carlson, Church, Bieber, Bigley, Davis, Wallace, Smith, Lottridge, Knights. Rube pitted 6 laps ago. Oswald 8 laps ago. Alex Veith this past lap, and Bates pitting at this moment. See if he can come out of here without being a lap down. He should be able to do that quite easily, as he is currently on pit road. And we are not even going to see the field in turn number 2. He is easily going to not be a lap down here. As we are under caution for the 11th time tonight. 4 lead changes. Biggest lap leader of the night, obviously, is Dylan Bates, leading 106. Eric Tracy has led 10. Carlson has led 10. I believe that is it. In fact, that would be it. That math checks out. We are about to go green. Eric Tracy on point. And a great restart. He's going to lead into turn number 1. Bain behind him. Kieran Church on the outside. Carlson back to 4th. Track temp steady at that 85 degrees. Probably about as cold as it's going to get with only about 20 laps to go. Bates is fighting hard, but he's got a lot of work to do if he's going to get up there. See, he's working on Rick Rube, trying to roll the top side. Going to be a hard pass to make, as we might have a bit of a battle up here for 2nd. Bieber just about. Oh, the leader's around. There goes Taylor. Spun on his own. Oh, that is going to take the 17 all the way out of this race. 17/67. Let's go back and find out what happened to him. I think this is a case of just too much throttle on the exit. Here he is leading, trying to get the power down, and round it goes. Seen that so much tonight. Salty South Leather Wreckage Rewind with the 67. There he goes. He is down pit road, fresh tires. Little damage repair possibly. Those doesn't look too bad on that Toyota. unfortunate break, though. All he had to do is complete another 20 laps, and this race was his. But Mr. Catbird Seat, Kiernan Church. Race shaping up very well for him. Obviously, Mr. Catbird Seat, because of what he was able to accomplish at Daytona. Taking the white flag, he was 10th. Finishing the white flag, he was the winner. He has a way of finding out the optimal way to get to the lead in the last couple laps of a race. Going green here with probably about 15 laps to go. We'll see if Kiernan can hang on. Got Cody Bame alongside, who was up here in the booth with us. Did a pretty good job. Great job in his heat race. At 78. Carlson. Almost in the booth with us, but he was racing. So didn't want to distract him any more than we absolutely had to. He is in third. Brett Bieber, who's specifically told me don't pick on him. He is in fourth. Corey Bigley has had an up and down night. He is currently in fifth. Stephen Davis is your driver in sixth. Josh Smith, up and down day as well. Exactly where he started in seventh. Lottridge is in eighth. Brandon Wallace is ninth where he started. A lot of nines surrounding that truck. Matt Knights, depending on where they are on the racetrack, he is currently your 10th place runner. Showing ninth right now, but he is 10th on the leaderboard. That is your top 10. As we roll through 3 and 4 again, see if we can have a 16-lap dash to the finish. Kiernan Church can lead them to green here. Restart zone from above. Awesome launch. A little bit of a big tire slip. Huge tire slip for the 78. As he doors the 009. Oh, the 808's around into the wall. That is a lot more spicy than I thought it would be. I don't know what happened to the 808. He just missed the corner. Not as bad as the 78 missed the restart, I would say, as they are back and they're dooring each other. These guys are driving really hard right now. Bigley and Bame. Oh, there goes Knights right in front of the 91. So that was the 110 he got caught up in front of. Oh, big loose for that 64. I don't know what's going on with Matt Knights, but Josh Smith as well. We got trucks all over this racetrack. Slipping and sliding. I don't know if they put oil out here or what, but Kiernan Church continues to lead. He has a fast closing Elliott Carlson behind him. Cody Bame. Bigley got around him. Bame and Davis are up in the wall. Don't look now, but Dylan Bates is in 8th. I don't know if he can get there in 17 laps. That's a tall order, but he is cruising right now. Kiernan Church is the fastest truck on the racetrack, however. Scratch that. Elliott Carlson. Kiernan beat him by 0.2 that time. 12 laps to go. Who is it going to be? Davis trying to make the move on Bame. Bate trying to make the move on Lottridge. We get a couple more cautions. This could really shake up. Good run off the corner for Davis. He's going to go to the inside. Not quite make it stick, though. Bame will hold the spot off the corner. Another good straight drive off, but Lottridge is moving. Slowly finding his way up here into this battle for the 5th position. Davis trying to show him the inside, but not take it. I'd be worried about that 03. He's moving pretty fast right now. 91 has kind of lost a little bit of ground. Not surprised by the pace in the 91. Thought it'd be a little faster than this, but up at the front, Kiernan Church leads. Elliott Carlson is 2nd. Bigley's on an island in 3rd. Bame and Davis continue to fight. I think Davis is going to move him before too long. Oh, there goes Brandon Wallace around. Half slide. He's going to save it. Caution is out. Little half slide there for the 99. That will set this up for a 5-lap dash to the checker at Martinsville. Just what everyone hopes for when they wake up in the morning. Let's go find out what happened on the Salty South Leather Wreckage Rewind. Just wheel hopped into the corner. Nothing you can do about it. Half slide over the curb, but just stopped enough to cause the caution. Let's have a look at it from his interior. It is the next set of corners. He's trying to set up the 110 for a pass. Maybe trying to defend a little bit. Hard to say. Into the corner, just not enough brake. Just carried a little too much speed and obviously went around. Didn't get a good job of hitting anything. Everyone else did a good job avoiding him, but around goes the 99. Nonetheless, South Leather Wreckage Rewind, number 12, I believe. Let's confirm that number. Was it 12? It was 13, in fact. 13. 13th time we've been under caution in this feature. Had a few in race 1, a few in heat 2. Don't know if we had it in the consolation, maybe one in the consolation, but it's Martinsville. I show these drivers no blame. I don't blame a single one of them. This racetrack in iRacing is designed to fail. It's 2 drag strips with 2 of the tightest corners in racing, like I mentioned earlier in the show. At either end, it's flat. It's easy to miss the corner. You can't pass without moving somebody or running a crazy different line. It's so difficult. I hold no envy for any of these drivers having to deal with this racetrack tonight. They're doing a fine job here this evening. Original Rebels Racing puts on great racing. So the odd short track will throw a wrench into their mile-and-a-half package. Last week in Atlanta and the week before that at Dover, 2 of the better races I've seen in quite a while on the service. So don't look at this one in a negative light. It has been entertaining, to say the least. But next week, we'll see where we end up once we get done the post-race show, which we will get to in hopefully 5 laps. See what Barney's got in store for him down in turn 1. Kieran Church leads the field. Carlson on the outside. Big jump by the 22. Great launch in the restart zone. As we got Lottridge around. Not around. Oswald is around. Oh, they're all wrecking. It's like 6 cars involved in that. All started with Lottridge getting a little bit loose. And he just about took out the pace truck. Good thing pace truck has no physics of an engine, or else that would have been dangerous. Another Wreckage Rewind incoming. Salty South Leather, they are quite the businessmen. Little touch from the 60. Sent Lottridge around. Bigger touch from the 60. Straightened him out. Clipped the 110. Clipped the 03 and the 47 and the 81 and the 99 and the 808. And you see how quickly it stacks up here, right? These things. There's nowhere to go at Martinsville. The track is so narrow. You're all running on top of each other, and that was the 14th caution of the evening. For those of you concerned, this is the lot of cautions. I invite you to go back and watch Kern County for week 2 of the season. 21 cautions there. 150 lap race just like this one. So these drivers are doing Martinsville just fine. I've been in leagues and I've talked about this on other streams before. This racetrack is just punishing to leagues. I've been part of a league where we averaged less than 1 caution a race for 2 years. Went to Martinsville for the first time, 12 cautions. Just the way this racetrack works, single car spins, we've seen that a lot. Wheel lockups, the odd marginal contact that gets somebody spun around. It happens here a lot, happens here all the time. And that's okay. That is A-okay, because that's just the way the racing works sometimes. You expect one thing, you get something completely different, and that's what these drivers, I think, are thinking tonight. They didn't want this. They didn't plan for this, but this is what we get. This is what we have to deal with, and that's just part of racing. It's part of life, really. But I'm not here about that. We're here to watch these drivers tame this paperclip. Kieran Church has done a great job to lead the last 22. So we rolled on the back. Another green-white checker. From the blimp. Leads into the restart zone. Oh, good work. He out-timed the 009. Carlson tried to work on something. Couldn't make it stick. And Kieran Church gets out in front, and these drivers are driving really hard. But trucks in the wall. 2 laps to go. Can they make it back to the white flag? Kieran Church says yes, they can. White flag up for the 22. Carlson's got one more chance to make it happen in turn number 3. Ames big time in the fence off of turn number 2. Kieran Church dives into turn number 3. He is going to be your winner in Martinsville. Kieran Church wins. Yeah, he, when it mattered the most, he showed up, had the right strategy, pitted at the right time. Got a little bit of help from some cars spinning that I don't think expected to spin. Not that you ever really expect to spin, I suppose. But that is your winner. Kieran Church, 2-time winner this season. It's going to help him out in the points. Big hit there from Alex Veith. We knew that was coming anyway, didn't we? Good job, Kieran Church. That is going to start the Flexible Freight Solutions post-race show. We'll be back right after this with interviews and results. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Original Rebels Racing League Sunday Night Truck Series, presented by Golden, Suzuki, Honda, Kawasaki, Yamaha, KTM, live on V-Speed. We'll be back in just a few.
And here comes Milo. Big run out of 4. He's going to be there.
Tristan Martin's there. Cannot count out to 37.
Oh!
The wheel gets burned!
Cabot, where did he come from? Here comes
Slack.
Slack.
A punch from the 33.
It's a drag race.
The Magic Man wins it at Auto Club.
Back from the Martinsville Speedway, Original Rebels Racing League Sunday Night Truck Series has concluded their 2 heats, 1 consolation, and 150-lap feature. Here's how it went. Your winner, the 22 of Kieran Church, only led about 25 laps. Most of those laps led by the 91 of Dylan Bates. We'll get to that in just a second. Carlson finished 2nd, Bigley 3rd. That is your top 3. Tracy had spun with only about 25 laps to go. He ends up in 4th position. Cody Bame is 5th. Thank you for joining me in the booth tonight, Cody. 6th, Dylan Bates, who led over 100 laps, had an unfortunate incident, having to pit when everyone else didn't, and he comes back to finish in 6th. Stephen Davis is 7th. Brandon Wallace 8th. Alex Veith, also thank you for being in the booth tonight. He finished 9th. And Smith will finish in 10th position. In 11th, Oswald. Knights in 12th. Bieber is exactly where he started in 13th after what was probably the most pinball-esque night of his career. Loutridge, similar vein, he finished in 14th. Rube finished 15th. Shots, Arnold and Holt all packed it in early. 92, 68, and 156 laps down. I don't know if scoring is quite correct there. Regardless, they finished in the bottom three. And that is your finishing order for this 150-lap feature. 14 cautions, 5 lead changes. Quite an interesting race this one was. We're going to get down to some interviews, and I always forget this. This is part of the Flexible Freight Solutions post-race show. Let's get down to our drivers. Starting off in third place with Corey Bigley. There is the driver of the 128. Let's get him up here in the booth. Corey Bigley, Morgan up in the V-Speed booth. You got a copy?
I got you, Morgan.
Well, you won 2 different awards tonight, and I don't know how you did it. You won the Rice Farms Hard Luck Award because, let's face it, first half of this event, not really your best showing. And then you also won the Hard Charger Award because the second half of this event was one of your better showings. So, why don't you walk me through what was a terrible night turned great night?
Yeah, that was early on. Like I started coming through the field, I knew I was a little better than some of you guys on the longer run because I wouldn't really burn my tires off. But it's just so hard to pass on the bottom here. And the one time I guess a little too hard off 4, and that's what happened. I spun it. I tried to save it, almost had it saved, but here when you're already sideways 90 degrees, I was already in the fence, and I'm like, yep, that was on me. I knew that was gonna happen, and I went to the back, and I'm like, okay, I'll just go in, just fix my truck up a little bit, get tires, just try to do a little bit of strategy. We did again, and I topped off. And then we had those couple cautions. I knew we were coming back through the field, and then we had that like 30 or 40 lap run, and I was pretty happy about. Or we had about almost 60 lap run. Then we had that yellow come out, and I was already up to like 4th or 5th, or further up than that, and we said going down pit road. Came down pit road, and I came out 5th, and I knew that the front 2 leaders didn't have tires, and then Eric just messed up off 4, and that happens on old tires, and you're gonna spin the tires on a restart. And then I had a little bit of on the 2 or 3 restarts before that when the 78 spun the tires up top. I knew because he was on older tires too, and I knew I could get by him. Me and Elliott I just followed Elliott down on the bottom. I was 5th, and I knew I could get by the other 2, and we just went to the front.
Yeah, obviously you showed a lot of pace here tonight, but what do you think about the heat racing tonight? Obviously, I think we're in heat number 1, if I'm not mistaken, and you had a tough showing in the heat, obviously, and I think you finished at the back of that race, just circumstances out of your control. Consolation race, not much better, same sort of incidents. How did you feel about the heat racing tonight, and what could have went differently for you?
If I didn't mess up in qualifying, that's the only thing. But in the heat race, I just wasn't happy about getting moved, and I was a little frustrated at first of what happened because I wanted to be up towards the front and make it in because I just messed up in qualifying. That was my fault because I thought the track was. I told everybody what to do, and I just was overdriving it, just doing everything wrong and trying to get too much out of the truck, and that's what happened. But in the heat race, I thought I was gonna make it in. You get moved. I know it's short track, but you get moved out of the way. I had my right rear tire was too hot. The last 2 laps, I just fell back, and then I knew I had a good truck in the Consi because I almost could have won that Consi, but I started 12th and just started picking my way up through the field because I knew I was pretty good saving these tires at this short track and know how to come through the field. And I just took my time later on in the run And then when we had 30 to go, I knew I had to go and go to the front.
Yeah, and we saw a little bit of those issues from the contact I'm talking about from the consi and the heat come into the feature. Obviously, you got the last lap finishing third. I think Lotteridge ended up finishing in 14th. So I think you ended up winning this rivalry. Do you see this one carrying forward throughout the season?
If he wants it to, I don't really care. I just don't. To me, I don't like getting run over by people because that's how I don't race in real life or even on here. I just don't like getting knocked up out of the racetrack because if I do, you better be careful because I get really heated over this stuff. Not heated, but like I get pretty frustrated over this stuff because I take it kind of seriously because I'm a real racer and that's what I do. And I just got mad from the heat and I was frustrated in the conti. I said, if I got up there, if I got in the three, I would have moved him up the racetrack, but I was not close enough. And then I wasn't happy in the feature when you're going to the bottom lane, and I just went to the top, and then he just drives it off. I drive it off into three, and I drive it off into three, and I'm almost clear you into three, and you just drive in the back bumper and turn me again. I just don't know.
Yeah, it was hard battling for sure. But who do you want to shout out? Who do you want to thank for this really great rebound and third place finish here at Martinsville tonight?
I just got to thank just BMS, just all the guys that help us out. Elliot just hanging out with me, and then good job for Kern and good job for Elliot tonight. Because Bates and Eric, all the guys, just all these guys on Velocity, and then for you guys for showing this so I could see what happened early, and I can even for the sponsors, the Golden Suzuki, Honda, Kawasaki, Yamaha, KTM, all them, and just all the guys putting this on, and just all the sponsors and then for you to showing it also again. Just it's so I can see what I messed up and see what I did early on. It helps me out, and just everything on this thing because I get to have fun with all the guys on here too.
Well, I appreciate the kind words there, but that is your third place finisher tonight, Corey Bigley. Congratulations.
All right, yep, thank you, and I hope to see you again next week too.
You bet. We'll chat soon, I am sure.
Yep.
All right, that was your third place finisher, Corey Bigley. Over to the other side of the podium, his teammate, Elliot Carlson. Elliot, Morgan up in the V-Speed booth. You got a copy?
I got you, Morgan. You got a copy for me?
Sure do. I hear you loud and clear. Apologies for that miscommunication at the start of heat number 2. Did not realize you were starting on the pole. So not the greatest time to talk with the driver of the 009 who ended up finishing second tonight. What did you need to go get Kiernan? You hunted him down for about 25 laps, couldn't quite get there. What was missing?
I'd say whoever got around Cody and Eric first was probably going to win the race. But then when we had that little green flag stint, me and him were kind of matching lap times, so I didn't need the cautions at the end. I knew at that point, like, my only chance was to try to jump a start or be side by side with them coming out of 2. But I tried on that last one, and I didn't succeed. So I just needed green flag runs.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. On that last restart, you were trying to roll the top with speed to try and catch him sleeping, but you kind of timed it right after you had lifted, and he was able to drive away. Is that right?
Yeah. I mean, I went a second or half a second too early, probably. I would have crossed the line, and I want to race within the rules. So I lifted, and I knew as soon as I lifted, he was gonna smash the gas. That's what he did.
Yeah, that's restart games, right? That's just how short track racing is. But this heat racing tonight was pretty kind to you. I don't remember where you finished in your heat. Did you end up? I don't remember. Could you remind me where you finished in your heat?
Started on the pole, finished second. Right off the start, I buzzed the tires. I started in second on the heat, and then rest of the night in the feature, I decided to start in third. I just buzzed the tires, but I finished second in my heat.
Right. Yeah, I do recall that now. That is correct. And yeah, I mean, obviously the heat racing went well for you. You didn't have to do the consolation. You just missed out, if I'm not mistaken, on qualifying in. Obviously, to just going straight to the feature. What do you think is worth having more? Because Kiernan obviously won the pole, so he ended up not having to run the heats. You ran the heats. Which would you rather be, the driver who qualifies his way in, or the driver who has to run all the heats too?
I know me personally, the more track time I can get in the certain weather conditions and learning to race around the people I'm racing against, I prefer more track time. It usually yields better results for me in features.
I'm right there with you. I also prefer the track time over just the fast lap and sit a while sort of method. But congratulations, good run here for the 009 tonight. Anyone you want to shout out or thank for this effort?
Definitely you, Morgan, at V Speed, and then also Kinder Farm and Ranch, No Neck Fast Repair, Salty South Weather, Flexible Freight Solutions, and a lot of guys I've been racing with for a while. I mean, they made me better over the years for sure. That would be, Cody and Tyler and Dylan and Eric and Josh and Kiernan and Rick. I mean, I've been racing with those guys for quite a while, and it's always a good time. And then of course, my fiance, who again is being productive in the background while I am here playing iRacing.
You're not playing, it's a simulator.
And you can play a simulator, right?
You're training.
Oh, there you go. I like that. Training on the simulator.
At least that's what I tell myself. Anyway, congratulations. Second place, Elliot Carlson. This has got to help the points for sure. And we're looking ahead to the next few weeks. Probably be talking to you again very shortly. Congratulations.
That's the plan, and always a pleasure, Morgan. Thank you.
You bet. You as well. That is Elliot Carlson, your second place finisher tonight. And we move on to the top step of the podium in the Flexible Freight Solutions post-race show, and that is Mr. Kiernan Church. Kiernan, got a copy. Morgan in the V-Speed booth.
I got you.
Well, you have a way of having these races come to you. Daytona, perfect example. 10th going into the white flag lap, first coming out of it. Here, 30 laps to go. I have no idea where you're running. All of a sudden, 25 laps to go. You are the leader and you retain it for those entire 25 laps. What is it about you that just comes up in these clutch moments?
I just try to play smart races. I try to not be around people that I don't want to be around for too long. So when I was up front, top five, I felt comfortable racing those guys. I wasn't trying to burn anything up. I was running an 8-1 box on accident, and I was afraid how that was going to burn my tires up, and just methodically worked by everybody. And next thing you know, once you're in the top five, I know I still got a shot. So I was just kind of running around there and pitted that last time and just shipped it on the outside and make it stick.
Yeah, obviously you were fast all day. You won the pole. You didn't run any heat races. I had asked, Elliot, what are your thoughts? Would you rather run the heat races? Would you rather qualify your way into the front row? Obviously, you ended up qualifying your way onto the front row, but would you have rather run the heat races for more track time tonight?
I mean, I think it would have helped, but at the same time, I was comfortable starting up front because I knew the people that I was racing around, and I knew that I wasn't going to get run over on the start. So I was kind of content with being all right with qualifying on the front too.
Right. Well, obviously, you showed that you were able to run up here most of the race. You obviously ran in the top 5 and top 10 for the majority of this event. Led 25 laps, like we said earlier. Pretty good fast lap, comparative to everybody else. I mean, you actually were the fast lap. You tied exactly with Elliot Carlson. At
Yeah,
a
on back-to-back laps. Once he started closing with that fast lap, I had to match him to make sure it was growing back out.
right on. Well, obviously that went well for you. So, who do you need to shout out and thank for this win, your second of the season?
I got to thank Golden Suzuki Honda, Kinder Farm and Ranch, No Next Fast Repairs, Salty South Leather, Flexible Freight Solutions, V's 3D Printing, you at V Speed for doing these broadcasts. They're fun to go back and watch. Velocity Motorsports, Jet Paints, and then it's actually Jet Designs, but Then also, I mean, it kind of sucks. I wanted to race it out with Dylan if I had a chance, but he was dealing with some weather issue in his area and was too busy looking at his phone of the tornado was going to hit or not, and he missed a pit, and that's why he had to pit under green.
Well, I think that is one of the most valid excuses I've ever heard for missing your pit, checking the weather warning. So hopefully the driver of the 91 is able to stay safe, and everyone obviously out there able to stay safe. But congratulations, Kiernan. Is it Kiernan or Kernan?
It's Kiernan.
Okay, cool. I've been saying it right this entire time. Yes.
I've been called worse.
Fantastic. Not on V-Speed, you haven't. But congratulations. You are the winner here at Martinsville.
Thank you. Have a good one.
I think looking ahead, we should see a lot more of this 22 in the top 3, should we not?
I'm hoping so. I don't know really the remaining schedule. I have some work to do on the 1.5 mile stuff. I've been running a lot of short track stuff, so I'm not very quick, or I should say comfortable on 1.5 mile stuff. So we'll see how it goes. Thank God Iowa's next. I love that track.
Yeah, we're getting into the 1.5 mile heavy part of the schedule. I think 3 out of the last 4 or something like that are on 1.5 miles. So I would start putting the tires to the pavement to get tuned up for those, as this will help you out in the points quite a bit. But your winner, Kieran Church, here from Martinsville. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You bet. And that will about do it for the Flexible Freight Solutions post-race show. It'll do it for your driver interviews as well, as we are gonna wrap this thing up. You've been watching the original Rebels Racing League Sunday Night Truck Series, presented by Golden, Suzuki, Honda, Kawasaki, Yamaha, and KTM. Let's look ahead at what is to come. Iowa next week. 1 week from today. Then an off week. Then we are going to go to Homestead. 1 more off week for the final 2 race dash. How about Rockingham and Michigan? Then a champion will be crowned on the 9th of June. Look forward to seeing everyone there, and forward to having you all season long. Flag the Flag coverage, obviously, here on V-Speed. If you like what you saw or you want to see more of it, make sure to check out V-Speed. Like and subscribe to the channel. You found the link right now. You might as well click on it and enjoy some more racing live on V-Speed at V-Speed Sim. Or everybody, Adam Baker, not Eddie Baker, Eddie Smith, Bradley Cooper. I've been Morgan Cook, wishing you a great night, and I'll see you next time. Night, everybody.